The Zoom has 8 different tracks, and it can record a bunch of stuff because it has 2 inputs, microphone inputs here. It also has built-in condenser mics, which are not bad. How to turn it on. First of all, you need one of these like old school USB cables and a little adapter so you can plug it into the wall or whatever. This thing plugs into the USB hole. To turn on the machine, there is on-off button here. This is your headphone jack. Plug your headphones. By the way, if you hear weird scratching in the background, that would be this little monster whose name is Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Yep, that's Rosie. Rosie dog. And to turn it on, just flick the switch on. The display screen shows up. So, to play your tracks, the first thing you want to do is press Project, and then use these arrow keys to scroll down and hit Select by pressing Enter here. And you can scroll until you get the project. We're working on felines. Oh, really? Okay, so some basic things to get you oriented here before we start playing stuff. You have these faders for each of the 8 tracks. On each of the 8 tracks, you can have a mono wave file loaded onto it, or you can double them up and you can have 4 stereo files, but we won't have to worry about the stereo business. On the felines project, I have the instrumental music loaded on track 8. I have all the vocals except yours loaded on track 7. And then on track 6, I have me trying to do a female voice as best I can using falsetto or just bad singing.
What are you going to do?
So let's listen to the track. Press play. So the track 8 has the instrumental stuff. Now I'm going to skip ahead to the verse so we can hear the vocals. And there's a couple ways to get around the track, to move around. The one thing is the fast forward and the reverse buttons. Press the fast forward and it'll skip ahead. One quick way to get around the song is to use these marker buttons. So in this project I have a few markers that let you go to different parts of the song very quickly. If you press this marker button to the right, you'll notice on the display screen it goes to marker 2, then marker 3, then where you can go back. And what these are just locations in the song that I find useful if you want to get to the point right before the verse, if you're going to start tracking the verse, for instance. So marker 3, I believe, is right before the verse starts, so we'll press play and we should hear some singing soon. Dancing under the lilac tree. Yep. One thing you can do when you're playing the song and say you just want to hear your vocal, not mine, you can either move the fader down, but in case you don't want to do that and you like where the fader is, you can play it and you just press the button above the track that you want to mute. Turn it back on. Anyway. One last thing, if you want to change the EQ settings, say you want your vocal track to be more high-end and maybe have some reverb, you can go to this Pan EQ button over here. So when you press EQ, it always goes to track 1 to start with, but say you want to change the reverb on my rendition of what you're supposed to sing, you can just hit the track 6 button here and track 6 will pop up. You can see it's actually panned to the left. It shouldn't be, so let me correct that. And you can change the panning by moving this flywheel thing. In fact, you change all of these by moving the flywheel. If you want to change the mid-range EQ, scroll down, and then you can boost it up to 12 dB or cut it, as you see fit. You can also change the reverb, so I'll go down there, play the songs, add a bunch of reverb. If you want to add some chorus. What else is new? You get the idea. Okay, and once you're in here and you want to get out, you want to get to the main menu, just press this exit button. and it brings you back to the home screen. If you hit project by mistake and you don't want to change the project, again, just hit the exit button. Exit button's really helpful for everything, to just get back to the home screen. And then to turn it off, you just press the off button or switch to off, and it'll say project saving, and that's always good because you want to make sure everything saves when you're done. Okay, that's it. These pineapples look lovely, darling. Absolutely lovely. 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 Look at all those pineapples.